Disclaimer. At Two Addicts and a Moron, we discuss personal stories of addiction with the intention of being educational, relatable, and inspirational. The views and experiences shared are those of individuals involved, are not meant to glorify or condone any illegal or harmful behavior. This content is for educational purposes only and is not intended as professional advice. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, we strongly encourage you seek help from a qualified professional or support service. And we are back to another episode of Two Addicts and a Moron with a very special guest in the house. Like the UT, getting ready for them to not make the playoffs.
They're already in the playoffs.
No, they're not.
You're talking about football.
Yeah.
I represent volleyball.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
In volleyball, we play Penn State tonight, and we got a game after this podcast that we're going to.
Cool, man.
It'll be an easy win against the defending national champions.
All right. Well, hook 'em. And I think we got to hook him from Joe, too. Look at him go back there.
There you go, Joe.
Hey, there you go, Joe. All right. Well, got a very special guest in the house. He's a buddy of ours. We work with this guy. It's not him.
Yeah.
It's her.
It's
his
half,
wife.
The better half.
Our buddy Evan.
For sure, yes.
Landed a wife by some fucking miracle.
No clue.
No idea how he made this happen.
Yeah.
But, well, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Megan Stegman, everybody.
Hello.
Hey.
He
Thanks
doesn't
for
even
coming.
know how.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no idea how. He has actually said that before. So he's a lucky guy there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she just goes, yeah. Yeah, he's real fucking lucky. So thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And what brought you here?
I guess sharing my sobriety journey, and my testimony. I'm glad you guys had me on. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it.
For sure. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
We should have had you on probably way sooner.
Yeah,
But-
it happens for a reason.
Yeah, it happens for a reason.
How long you been sober?
2 years. October 22nd of 23 is when I finally got sober. So.
Yeah.
Let's go. Grabbing the chips and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been good. It's been a journey. But I'm glad I finally, quit relapsing. So I finally got sober and took it seriously. So grateful for the program. I don't know where I'd be without it. I was like super out of there.
Smoking meth somewhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Is that what it was? Was the DOC?
My DOC was cocaine.
Cocaine.
And alcohol. Yeah.
Whatever.
So, I mean, if I couldn't find the cocaine, though, definitely,
like whatever.
was there.
Yeah.
So whatever I could,
When in Rome.
Yeah, pretty much. So it was really alcohol. Alcohol was the starting point of it all. I think I was like 14 when I started really dipping off into the alcohol. But it's funny you said that about the meth. I was actually 13 when I did meth the first time.
Whoa.
Before I even started drinking.
Oh, your first ever was meth?
Yes, right off the rip, dude. I don't know
fucking
what I was thinking.
go-getter.
We were on our way
You know what?
to...
There's steps here. We're going to go right to the fucking top.
Yeah, that's me, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were on our way to... What is that Halloween thing they have in Austin? It's like...
Oktoberfest?
The House of Horror.
The House of Torment.
Yeah. So we were on our way there, and I fucking did the meth, and it was not a good time.
That's
dude.
not a good time.
I was like, so not okay.
Whoa, that's terrible.
Yeah. So like, I was up for 3 days. My mom was like, "Why the fuck do you keep vacuuming your room?" And I was just like,
Are you complaining right now?
completely rearranged my shit. And then after the time that was done, I was like, "Oh man, I'm never gonna fucking do that one again." I didn't like that, so I stayed sober for a good year because the meth was the first thing I ever fucked up on,
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I started drinking, and the first time I ever drank, I drank a bottle of 151, and dude, I was out of there. So I woke up in the yard,
and
I was
14 with 151?
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't wake up in the hospital.
Well, dude, I'm from Lago. I don't know if you guys know about Lago, but it's nothing but party.
Yeah.
And lake life, and so all of my friends had mansions out there, and that's what we did. Everyone had a bar,
Mm-hmm.
Of course, though, I knew 151 was
All the
pretty
way to the
strong,
top.
so I was like, okay, let's try it. So yeah, I got super sick, and that was the first time I ever drank. But after that, I just took off with the drinking, and then I started to mess around with cocaine. By the time I was 16, My dad went to prison when I was like 12. So like after that is when I started like really starting to trip out because he was like my best friend. So my mom did everything she could to try to support me and my sister. And it was, you know, it was really hard for me to try to heal from that because it was like an open wound. It was kind of like, you know, he died, but you know, he was still, we could talk, but I just couldn't see him. You know what I mean?
How long did he go to prison?
He did 16 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. So then by the time he came out, I think I was 23. And then they had him on parole and all the house arrest.
Yeah.
He actually got released on the CARES Act. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that.
No, what is that?
So I fought my fucking ass off to get him out of prison, dude. Like, I wanted my dad back. You know what I mean? And even though he was locked up, we kept a solid relationship the whole time. I always made sure, you know, if he needed money on his books, but I could do whatever I could from a very young age. You know what I mean? He's my best friend. And so there's this thing called the CARES Act. It's for mandatory minimums. If you like have nonviolent drug charges, they work with you on that. Well, when COVID hit, they were letting everyone out on house arrest because they couldn't keep everyone inside prison because people were getting sick and everyone was scared of COVID.
Social distancing stuff.
So he ended up actually getting out. And when he got out, he called me and he was on my grandma's phone and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, I had just went on a bender. I was sick as fuck. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, "Oh, nothing. Just hanging out. What's up?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing. Just getting a cheeseburger from McDonald's." And I was like, "What the fuck? They are letting you, who you?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Why are you calling me from my grandma's phone?" And I was like, "Did she three-way call or what?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "I'm out." And I literally, when they say like, it feels like someone died, came back to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After being years and years of growing up inside of prisons to make, like to visit him. I never wanted him to be alone. You know what I mean? I would travel everywhere to make sure I could see him at least once or twice a year. I dropped to the floor. Like it was like someone shot me, dude, because I couldn't breathe. You know what I mean? None of us expected that because he wasn't supposed to be out until 2026. And so this was in 2020. You know what I mean? And it was huge. So I got in my car after I slept a day because I did not want him to see me like that. And I drove out there and, he's been clean for 22 years. He's a fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
He's like the sobriety wizard, dude. Besides my sponsor, if I need something or I don't understand something, I call my dad.
Nice.
Did he get sober in prison?
Yes.
Okay, so he had to sober up kind of the hard way, I guess, is how.
Yeah, that's where he found his sobriety. He found, his higher power in prison. He doesn't work a program, but I think 16 years on the inside gives you a lot of time to think about.
I can make a strong argument that he works a program.
Yeah. I mean, he works a program, but he just doesn't go to AA meetings and things like that.
Right.
So, but by far, the wisest guy that I know when it comes to sobriety or anything, and he's not off paper yet. They actually just moved him from parole to probation, and he's so close to being off.
Yeah.
Finally to be free. And then once he is finally done, he wants to move up here with us.
Where is he?
Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where I'm originally from.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Yeah.
So when you found out he was out, he was in Albuquerque?
Yeah. So they had him at a camp in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, the La Tuna camp.
Uh-huh.
And then when they let him out, he just, went right up to Albuquerque where we're from. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good stuff. They had him a lot of different places. They started him in Safford, Arizona, and that was the hardest time trying to be able to go see him there because I lived out here. But then he got moved to Big Spring, Texas, federal penitentiary, and that's where I was able to see him a lot growing up.
A lot more.
And then at the very end, they moved him to La Tuna. So.
Okay.
I always wonder when you're in prison, do they keep you close to your family? Or I guess when you're in prison, they're just like, fuck it, you're going wherever you're going.
You can request.
Yeah.
So if they're trying to bring you to Ohio or Colorado, you can put in a request to the person who is over your case. That I have a daughter here. I have a mother here, and usually they'll go by that.
I guess they probably look at your visitation too. Because I'm sure everybody says that. Like, I can't move. I got someone here. Well, let's see who actually comes and visits you. Oh, no one's came and visited you in fucking 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I guess that makes a difference.
Yeah, I was very grateful that they kept him in, they put him in Texas of all places, because I thought for sure that they were going to have him in New Mexico, and I was young, you know what I mean? I couldn't drive all the way out there.
Yeah.
So when he moved to Big Spring, it was only a 4-hour drive. I did that as much as I could, and I would just go in there by myself. So
14 years old, and you're starting to jump off the deep end a little bit.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the first time that you drank was pretty fucking gnarly, because Bacardi 151 is some nasty shit. Like, I don't think I've ever drinking that straight before. I think it's always been in something.
Mixed, yeah.
Yeah. And even when they're like, it has Bacardi 151, I'm like, oh shit. Okay. So that's a pretty young age to hit it that hard.
Yeah, I was pretty broken.
Yeah, so I want to get into that. What do you think? I know Dad going to prison played a big role in that, or forget prison, but basically the loss of a parent.
Yeah.
Were there any other factors that you can think of that kind of sprinkled into that would have caused you to go that hard that quick and then go back? Go back to it pretty quick.
Yeah, I think after my dad got locked up, like I said, my mom did everything she could to raise me and my sister out there. So I was the head of the house. You know what I mean? Yeah. I had to get serious about it. And for some reason in my mind, my dad had a drinking problem before he went to prison. It was all I really knew. And I was like, man, I want to be like my dad, but in a weird fucked up way. And I think that's what really started off with me thinking that, it was okay for me to be doing what I was doing, but plus the party life of the fun lifestyle and just shutting my mind off for a little while. That was really what fed into it, I think. It was like, what was that movie where the kid fucking parties all the time, Project X or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Lago, dude.
Yeah.
All the time. So it was
Lago's
just
a lost little gem out there of a lake town, right? Like, everybody thinks lake when you're in Austin. You're thinking Travis. You're thinking, well, on the other side of the fucking cove, there's a little town called Lago Vista.
Yeah.
And my son plays baseball out there all the time, and it's a beautiful little city. Like, I mean, just driving through it, it's a really nice little town. But I could definitely see how it could be a little bit of a party central too.
Oh, definitely. Because I feel like a lot of the people out there have a lot of money. So you know what I mean? Like, it's quiet out there too. You don't
way
get
more
caught.
Quiet than Travis.
You know what I'm saying? So if you want to throw a party, the cops are like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
See you later. Now they're not like that. Now I hear that they crack down. They're pretty fucking strict. But back in the day, they weren't. So.
Well, Lago's not like the lost little secret anymore though. Maybe
No.
I mean, how old are you?
29.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of people moving out that way that want to go, like people who have money. They're like, well, we could save a boatload of money by just going to the other side of the lake. Yeah, no brainer.
Yeah.
And it's quieter. There's not a lot of crime, but the crime's getting worse now. Obviously, the people are moving there. But what's crazy about Lago is that once I got sober, I didn't think I could get sober out there. Because I grew up out there, you know what I mean? I was homecoming queen. I did all the shit. I was wild as fuck. And then when I got sober, I was like, dude, I don't know if I can do this here. Because all I ever knew in this town was the Rolling Stones, a sack and a bottle of Jack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I finally got clean and I got fucking serious, though, I started to see Lago in a whole nother way. And from a sober point of view, it's actually a really beautiful town to live in when it's not full of your sick mind and your bullshit and, the people you want to surround yourself when you're that way. I love Lago now. I have a great church. You know what I mean? I have a great community out there, and I have I'm a personal trainer. I have a lot of clients out there that are amazing. You know what I mean? So seeing it in that perspective, it opens your mind to be like, wow, I really was sick. And I was, I love to be around other sick people. And I thought that's what Lago was just about.
Yeah, that's all this place is.
Right.
It's just fucking, yeah. I
Bullshit,
can see that.
right?
It's funny because like when I was in my addiction, I'm from a small town, Vidor, Texas. And gotta throw that out there. And when I moved from there, I wasn't on drugs. So I literally thought like it was the greatest place that you could be. Like I will never leave this place. And I left there for work and I moved here, but I would always go back like every month, right? Because that was where all my people were. And then whenever I became in my addiction, I would go down there, but I would hang out with different people than what I grew up with. Because whenever I'd go down there, I'd have to find someone to party with. So that's who I would go down there and find. And I would always tell people, like, man, the exit when I pull in there, like, it's just depressing because it's just all meth now. That's the whole town. It's just meth. Knowing that I'm a meth addict, it's just real methy, right? Real meth up.
Yeah.
But now that I'm sober, when I go back there, I don't even think about, like, the bad parts. I think about, man, I'm coming here to see family.
Right.
And now I get to go see some friends that I used to hang out with before my addiction that I kind of walked away from. And it's funny, it's crazy because I was telling one of my friends, his name's Dale. When I first got sober, I had to make amends to him. And I said, hey, I would love to meet up with you and make this amends to you. You know, I missed out on your bachelor party. I missed out on your wedding. And, like, there's no reason for it, blah, blah, blah. And I'd really make that up, really love to make that up. And he was like, you know, the fact that you're sober now is amends enough. I don't care about the past. Let's just make new memories now.
Right.
So, and when I went there for Thanksgiving, I got to hang out with him for a little bit. And, but yeah, I don't even think about it now. It's kind of like what you said. Like, it's just a beautiful place. When I go back there now, it's like, I'm here for family and friends. I'm not here to go. Now, I still pass some of those spots, and I'm like, fuck, I used to get higher as fuck right there. But I don't stop.
Yeah.
And I don't try to call other people up. Like, you know, that's just not the reason for me to go there anymore.
Yeah.
Destiny and Haven and Kaylin want to move there. Like, that's where they literally want to move. They think it's the greatest place in the world.
I've drove through there before. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Vidor, Texas. I've been through there before. So Vidor, just where is that? Like in the
You got Beaumont.
Yeah.
You got Houston. You got Beaumont.
Right.
Vidor. And then Orange is really the next big town.
And then
Louisiana.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember driving to Louisiana for baseball and shit.
Yeah.
Going through it and being like, hey, Vidor, Texas. There's fucking Mike's old stomping
It's crazy because when you go through a small town like that, you literally get through like 4 exits and you're gone.
Yeah, you're out of there.
You would never think that that place has so many people that live there and that there's just so many good people that live there and so much fun there. Because when you drive, like when I drive through Austin, I'm like, holy shit, this place is huge. But when you go to Vidor, it's like few exits and then you're off to the next little city, the next little town.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, it's to your point, though, too, and to yours, too, just saying it. It's like drugs are everywhere.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're in Lago Vista or Austin or fucking Tupelo, Mississippi or wherever the fuck, right? Like,
Mississippi. Shout out Tupelo, baby.
Tupelo, baby.
Fuck
Yeah, what's up?
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey.
Tupelo, Mississippi.
Straight off the dome, baby. I study maps in addition to addicts. So, but the point is the experience that you want to get out of a city is exactly what you're going to be looking for in it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And if you want to find the drugs,
you'll find them.
Yeah. If you want to find the beauty of things, you'll find that too. So it's all about your mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
100%.
So I think that's really good. So 14, we're 29 now. So you got sober when you were 27. Boom. Right. Yeah. I'm fucking doing all kinds of math.
Dude,
right
you're
now.
fucking on it today.
I'm on it like a beautiful mind.
Dude. It was oh man.
How many times did you try to get sober?
Shit. Okay. The first time I was 18, I went to my first AA meeting. My mom made me go, and I was sitting there, and I was like, "Fuck." And
there you go.
I ended up meeting so my sponsor was the first person who brought me to that meeting. Now, I've known her since I was 13.
Oh, nice.
Me and her son used to be friends, and you know, I've known her for a long time, and she was my neighbor too. So she was the one who told me to go to an AA meeting, and I went to the AA meeting and she's like, "Are you gonna come back?" And I was like, "Yeah." At that time, it made me want to drink more. Getting in there, I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm going straight to the lake." You know what I mean?
But you were kind of forced to.
I was. Well, I wasn't forced. It was more of my mom saying, "Please, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking a lot." Like, I was an 18-year-old fucking heathen, dude, and I thought I ran shit. I was like, "I'm fucking El Chapo." Like, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I really had like the cojones of like, I don't know why, but I did, and I ended up getting pregnant with my son at 19. I tried to go to New Mexico before I got pregnant to get sober out there, right? I went to go stay with my grandmother. While I was there, all my dad's shit was there, dude. And so instead of getting sober, dude, I fucking went off the rails because it was like a reminder of him there, but I couldn't see him. I could smell him. I could do it. You know what I mean? And it hurt me worse. So I was just like, fuck, I can't do this. And so for some reason in New Mexico, there's liquor stores, but you can buy liquor from the gas station. Yeah. You can go to Walmart. Dude, I was having a field day out there. I was like, shit. And the bottle of Crown out there, like compared to like $30 here for a bottle, $19. Yeah. So I was like counting change, like I was doing it all.
The gas station too.
Yeah. So I got worse out there with my alcoholism. And so I was out there for a couple months and I stashed all my bottles like under my bed. And when I left, my grandmother moved my bed. There was like 50 bottles of Crown underneath there. Oof. And she was like, "What the fuck?" And she was so pissed at me. And I
would have blamed it on your dad.
So bad.
I'd been like, that was Dad's.
Not even addiction, mine. Like that was his fault.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she was pissed. And so I took off back to Lago. And then it's easy to drink out in the middle of nowhere. So I started hitting the spots and doing all the
easy
stuff.
to drink everywhere, man.
But back then, no one gave a fuck if you were underage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At all. Not in Lago. You can, they don't care. And so I started, just hitting the spots, getting drunk, doing dumb shit. I had my first son and I was good for a little while. And then I took off with the alcohol again. You know what I mean? I couldn't cope. I was young. You know what I mean? I was 19 when I had him, and I thought I knew it all. I thought I had the whole life ahead of me.
Did you think when you got pregnant that having a son was going to change? Like, I'll be able to fix this.
Sober me up.
Yeah, I'm going to be able to do this.
I thought for sure because I stayed sober, obviously, through my whole pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Right. So I was like, shit, 9 months of that was a breeze.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fuck, dude. And I was not.
2 months of that kid and I was drinking again.
Damn, for real, though, because, like, I couldn't... handle it. You know what I mean? I was a single mom right off the rip. So I was just like, oh shit. And that was like one of my biggest regrets when I got sober and started working the program. Dude, like the shame and the guilt that you feel as a mother knowing that like you've fucked off the last, you know what I mean, so many years.
Yeah.
That was really hard for me to forgive myself, but I'm grateful for the program and the steps that I've been able to work through there because I don't think I would have been able to without the step work.
I went through that a little bit with my daughter because she was 6 when I got sober, right? And she's 10 now. But I know, like, looking back, there was a lot of shame in there and a lot of the things that I did, but I wouldn't change it because I would have rather been using when she was 1 to 6 rather than 6 to 12.
Damn right.
Because they know so much more now, right? So during that time, she just thought Dad was tired or Dad was taking a shit for 3 hours in the bathroom or whatever when I was in there smoking meth. But I sometimes I used to beat myself up for that. But now I'm really grateful that I stopped whenever she was 6.
Right.
Rather than 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then she's a teenager. What is your dad doing? Well, he's not around, you know? Right. So I wouldn't beat yourself up for it. I'm sure you don't now.
No. I mean, I do living amends every day, man.
That's what I always tell myself is I would have rather, if there was 6 years that I was going to pick to be a drug addict, it would be her first 6 years rather than any of the other 6 years.
Yeah. I think I feel some pain sometimes still now, like when I think about like their baby years and I'm just like, damn, like I don't fucking remember a lot of things. Yeah. Right. And I'm just like, shit. And, and also I think the mother I am today, you know what I mean? Some of the things are like, it was really hard to move they were so used to a way of living. Like when I was drinking and shit, I was sloppy, dude. You know what I mean? And so when I got sober, I started, you know, being clean, and like my whole personality changed into the person I'm growing into today. And it was hard to even, you know, I don't know how to say that, like help them learn that's not how we live and go through those growing spurts with them, because they're like, you know, don't want to clean up after themselves because they didn't have to back then.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Or don't want to do this, or, you know, don't want to do that. And I had to be very patient, because in the end, you know, it's not their fucking fault.
Yeah, it was a monster you kind of
You know
helped
what
create.
I mean? Yeah. And so I had to completely not only rewire myself, but also rewire my
Retrain them.
kids and show them this is the correct way to live, you know? And like for me, I don't know, anyone else, that's your
That's a
own
very
thing,
good
but
point.
yeah.
I went through that with Kaylin too, because I like during my addiction, I just bought her everything.
Yeah.
Like fucking just, oh, you want something, buy it. Well, then whenever I got sober, I had to start teaching her. Well, one, I had to start cleaning because I was never clean. I mean, my house
felt
looked like
that.
a fucking trap house.
Mine did too.
My room was always good, but all the other part of the apartment was terrible. I mean, it was terrible. Like I had maggots and shit. It was crazy.
Oh,
right?
shit.
I was terrible.
Did you smoke them?
No, I would have eaten them though for protein.
Yeah.
Roaches, like I didn't get
Yeah.
this part of the house was. So whenever I got sober, I had to get out of the same mindset that I can't just buy her everything now.
Right.
I'm not making up for lost time anymore, and I can't feel guilty. Well, yes, I'll buy you this or that to try to hide that guilt and shame that I had
Right.
from whenever she was younger. And now I'm trying to teach her, and it's still hard because I'm still fall back in that mindset sometimes. Yeah, go ahead and grab it, right?
Yeah.
And Destiny's actually helped me a lot with that. Like, hey, you got to show her different. You got to show her how. No, you have to work to be able to get things. You can't just say, "Well, my dad will get it for me,"
Right.
And then she used to run into that with her mom. Her mom had to tell me, "Hey, I'm always the bad guy because she'll say, well, dad will do it for me, or dad will." So we had to get on that same page too as far as co-parenting.
Yeah.
So that's a great point. I never really thought about that until you mentioned it. I'm like, I went through that too.
Yeah, so the growing spurt for everyone, you know what I mean? And then you're like, you know, for me, I was like, fuck, like, you guys, the common courtesy of just cleaning your fucking room is so hard for you guys to understand because, like, I just didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And it's not your guys' fault. So, like, I'm going to guide you gently through this. But, you know, but then also, you know, it just gets better as time goes by.
Yeah.
And kids are resilient.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're fucking amazing kids, man. And I'm so grateful to be sober for them now because that they don't deserve anything fucking less.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And honestly, when I decided to get sober, I went to this Viking festival and I had relapsed and I drank a bottle of Jack. And,
Can I call a timeout?
yeah.
Viking festival.
Yes, I was
Yes.
about to ask too. What the fuck?
But like, can we explain this real quick? Because quite honestly, if it's how I picture it inside of my fucking brain right now,
Fucking
I
Floki
don't
was there,
blame
dude.
you for relapsing because that's what it's all about. Let's drink out of a horn.
Yeah, I
and
did that.
fucking wear some Viking hats and let's fucking go.
So I dressed the whole way, right?
Okay.
I was sober for like 2 weeks, and I don't know if you guys watched Vikings, the movie,
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
You know Floki.
Yeah.
He was there.
Whoa.
I got to fucking kick it with him. I got trashed with him.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the night, I knew. Okay, so initially coming up to that relapse, though, like I was sitting there and I knew I could call someone, and they were all drinking around me because I was still hanging out with my old friends. You know what I mean? And I poured a glass of Jack, and I sat there and I stared at it for like 5 minutes, and I smelt it. And I like swished it around, and I was like, "Is it worth it? Is it worth it?" And I said, "Fuck it!" Slammed it off to the races, dude.
Yeah.
I got into 3 fist fights that night,
Nice.
dude.
You're
I
at a
like,
Viking fest. That's,
dude. It was,
you gotta
but it
do
was
that.
like
I don't even
my
ca-
friends that were there. It was like rough. So I ended up, you know, felt super, super bad over that, you know, because I had to make amends to those people after that, which I did.
Yeah.
But that was rough, and yeah, that was my first and last relapse. After that, when I got sober for good because, you know, I was like, yeah, fuck this isn't working for me anymore, and I didn't have a choice like to go to rehab or anything because I didn't have anyone out here.
That's
My
what I was
mom-
going to ask. Did you ever go to rehab?
No, my mom lives in New Mexico. My dad lives in New Mexico. I was by myself out here. So my mom came down and she saw I was fucking up and was like, dude, like, I love you, but you don't have the choice. You know what I mean? It's just you and those kids. You're going to have to do something and you're going to have to do it fast or you're going to end up losing your kids. And I was like, fuck that. You know what I mean? And no matter how much I was fucking up and I was not, being a good mom, those kids meant more to me than anything. So initially when I first got sober, they were the reason why I got sober.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Further on into my sobriety, I was doing it for myself because I learned that, I deserve that too. But they're what saved me because, I was all they had. No one else was going to do it for me. And it was, time to stop being a bitch and grow the fuck up. So I did.
Yeah, when I first got in the program, they used to always say, you got to do it for you. You got to do it for you. And I was like, I don't care about me.
Yeah, I didn't at the time either.
My why was Kaylin, for sure. Now, that why turned into doing it for me, like what you said. But if it would have been like, if I didn't have Kaylin, I probably still wouldn't be sober. I don't know if I would have got to the point to where I would have said, oh, you know what, I needed, because I didn't think that I could get sober anyways. So my reason was definitely for her. And then it turned into for me too. But like whenever they were saying that in the beginning, like, you got to do it for yourself. I was like, I don't give a fuck about myself.
Yeah.
I could care less about me.
Yep.
And if it's about me, I'm going to, because when things get hard for me, if it's just about me, I will quit. I'm a quitter. But if I got to turn and look at my daughter and say, man, I'm quitting on her too, that's what kept me continuously going for the first 6 months for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's no doubt. Now eventually it turned into we're doing this for us now. But at the beginning, yeah, like all the times before when shit gets hard, I will quit. I don't mind disappointing myself, but disappointing that little girl, that was something different.
Yeah, that was facts. Because after that last relapse, I was acting the fool and I was letting it, just take over me. My kids saw that shit. And my son asked me, Mom, please don't drink anymore. That shit broke my heart. And he's never said it before then.
Wow.
And never said it after then, thank you, God. But
so you have 2 kids?
Him. I have 3.
3 kids.
I have, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 7-year-old. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful kids.
Boys, girls?
I have 2 boys and a girl.
Nice.
My daughter is the middle child. And then I have 2 beautiful bonus babies too.
Yeah.
A 17-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Which one's your favorite?
My husband.
Shut up. No, he's not.
He's not even his favorite.
Yeah. Get out of here. Yeah, it's funny. But so as far as it sounds like you were taking it pretty serious before the relapse though. Sounds like you were kind of in there because you switched it around and you were looking at it and seemed like you were kind of going in on this recovery thing. So I know definitely what got you there that time, and we'll get into that in a second, but the time before that, I want to hear about this one. So
okay. I can give you that.
Okay.
So I was with my child's father, my ex-husband at the time, and it was a very toxic relationship, and it was very, very, very bad. It was very abusive, physically abusive, and I went through like 8 years of that. Well, right at the very end, when he knew that I didn't want to be with him anymore, he flipped out and almost killed me and broke my arm and right in front of the kids, dude. And I like, it was so bad. Like, I ended up waking up in the hospital and just being like, what the fuck happened? Where are my kids? You know what I mean? And luckily CPS didn't take him because I had a homegirl that found out what happened. Lago's a small town. Saw the cops at my place, came and grabbed my kids. You know what I mean? And
good friend,
wonderful friend, actually. We're still friends today. I knew then that I had to get sober because it just got fucking serious. I'm never going to be with that person ever again. I almost died this time. Took me years of getting my ass beat, that to the certain point where finally it got to the point where
like literally getting your ass beat too.
I couldn't see on my fucking left eye for a long time. I thought I was going to go blind. I was like, Dude, he fucked me up bad. And I just it sucks it took that long for me to finally get it through to my head, but I'm very grateful to God that I was able to see after that and like trust him and be able to move on, because I wouldn't be where I'm at today and who I'm with today. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's, I think, when you fight against what he has planned for you, for your higher power, you're going to get nothing but shit, because it's not what he wants for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I kept fighting back, and I wasn't trusting in him, and I didn't believe in myself. You know what I mean? And so that's when I initially got clean. My homegirl invited me to an NA meeting. And I remember I went to my first NA meeting, and I was like fucked up. You know what I mean? I went in there and I was like pissed at the world. I hated everyone. How the fuck am I going to support my kids with a broken arm? And I did it, though. I didn't give a fuck. Nothing was going to stop me. But I just, that it was so funny. My first meeting, I went in there like I was in prison, dude. I was like, I fucking stared at everyone like, bitch, try me. Like the whole time, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was not happy. And they're like the best people ever. Like, love my sobriety. Blah, blah, blah. And I was just
but that's the last shit you want to hear when you're in that state of mind.
Well, no, for me, my pride. I'm like, bitch, are you judging me? You think you're better than me? Like, I don't know why. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
Because we're judgmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
because
judges.
that person on your shoulder that's saying, fuck that person.
And fuck this place.
Fuck this place. Like, what am I doing here?
That bitch is lying. She's not happy right there. She's miserable.
Do you see how she just looked at you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was my thing, And I just kept going, though. I kept coming back. I kept hearing at the end of it, keep coming back. If, you die if you don't, keep working the program. And I was like, okay, I'm going to keep coming back. So I initially started the program in NA. I had a sponsor, I went to meetings regularly. I tried to start the steps in NA. I wasn't really feeling it at that time. My, drug of choice is alcohol. Mm-hmm. So when I heard about AA, I was very leery about joining AA, because I had started in NA and I had that was my thing. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I did, because when I joined AA, saying I'm an alcoholic instead of just saying I'm an addict, to me did something differently. Mm-hmm. It broke something in there, because I'm an alcoholic addict. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that worked better. And I got a sponsor, one of my husband's friends, to sponsor me for a couple days until I found the one I told you guys about that I met when I was 13. Mm-hmm. She's amazing. But I worked the steps, and I actually got it fucking done, dude. And I got through those steps, and I started sponsoring, and that's what I do now, dude. I live and breathe my recovery, so it's good shit.
So, funny story. When I was in rehab, your husband, Evan, was the first person in there that I was like, I want to be friends with this guy, right? Because he's just a cool guy. And he went the first meeting that we ever went to. When they hand out the fucking readings?
Yeah.
Well, they had got him with one of them, and he's like, "Here, hold this," and I'm holding it, and then I didn't know that I had to read the motherfucker now, because he starts laughing. Do you remember this? Motherfucker. So now I'm trying to give it away to other people, but everybody else in there has been there before, and they're like, not me. And I'm like, fuck, I don't read that good, right?
Right.
So I had to read this in front of everybody, and he was laughing his ass off the whole fucking time. Fucking
You're a
just
dick,
laughing.
Dude.
So, but that's the first thing he did to me. And then when we got home, I don't know if you remember this, Evan, I was like, man, I said, do you judge people when you're in those meetings? And he said, yes. I'm very judgmental too. And I said, man, I'm looking at everybody like I'll beat the fuck out of him. I'll beat the fuck out of him. I'll beat the fuck out of him. And he said, something that you need to do when you're doing that, he said, because I used to do that too. And he said, sometimes I still will. Mm-hmm. He said, I was taught to go introduce myself to them. Mm-hmm. And when I go introduce myself to them, they end up being such a nice person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, who's the asshole here?
It's me. It's me.
It's definitely me.
Every time.
So that's something that Evan taught me. Two things. So he fucked me on the reading, and then he taught me something right
So
after.
he taught you he was an asshole, and then he taught you that you were an asshole.
Bro, he laughed the
So
whole
it was like he taught you
vibe.
both of those two things.
I'm walking around this meeting like, here, you want this? You want this? Everyone's like, fuck no.
That's awesome. So I want to talk about you being judgmental like that.
Yeah.
And being that way, like, fuck this place, fuck everything.
Yeah.
fuck you people, fuck that book, fuck
Yeah,
fuck
that was
the
literally
desk.
in my mind the whole time.
Like, so how long did it take you to get through that after you kept going back?
I think after the first 30 days, because I remember when I got initially sober, I was going to consistent meetings. I think it took me a good month because 30 days, 1,000 nights.
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks after I got sober, I went down to the lake and all of my old crew were drinking, and someone put a jug of fucking jungle juice in the back of my car for some reason for everyone to get their shit out of. I tripped out. I was like, "You motherfuckers!" Like I went nuts because I just got sober. You know what I mean? And so disrespectful. And but I had like a mental breakdown, and so like I took off. I went back to the house, and I like, you know, when they say you like have that moment with God, right? I've always had God in my life, but I had just completely backslided. That was my moment for me. Like I was screaming in the bathtub and just like screaming as loud as I could under the water, obviously, so my kids didn't think I was fucking freaking out. And I was not okay. You know what I mean? And I did it for like a good hour. And then when I picked up that 30-day chip, finally, it like resonated with me. This is where I want to fucking be. And then I slowly started to trickle away those people that were, you know, staying in my life that were causing me problems. I think that was one of the hardest parts was people I grew up with, you know what I mean? Because I grew up with those people from the time I was 13.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about that because that's one of the hardest things I think for a lot of people to do.
Yeah.
It was hard for me. And I remember because I'm a loyal person, right? So coming out of rehab, I remember I was telling Mickey, another guy that was in rehab with us, I was like, man, I've got to like call everybody and tell them like I can't hang out with you anymore and blah, blah, blah. And Mickey was like, you don't owe them shit.
Yeah,
you don't owe
that's right.
anybody an explanation. Like this is about your recovery. And you just have to walk away from those people.
Right.
He said, you can love them from a distance. And if they ever want to get sober, you can be the first one to help them. But you don't owe them shit. So that made it so much easier for me. So talk about how that is, because if you surround yourself with the same people, it's only a matter of time, in my opinion. Like if I go sit around people smoking meth, I'm going to smoke meth.
Damn
There's
right.
no doubt about it.
You don't go to the barbershop unless you want to get a haircut.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So talk about how that was for you as far as walking away from people that you grew up with and that you partied with for so long. And how did you replace those people? Because I had to replace those people with people in the program and other people that were trying to do, like people that weren't fucking stealing people's mail and smoking meth and shit. So how did you go? What?
No, I was just laughing at that last statement. And that's pretty funny. People that weren't stealing mail. That's
credit cards, baby.
That's a funny thing to say, dude. That's like I
2
know
p.m.
you blow by shit, but I'm a moron, dude. I don't get this shit.
2
Like,
p.m., baby.
I saw his face and I'm like, that is not normal.
I
What
would
you
hate
just said.
neighborhoods like
and
this
you
'cause
just
the
said it like,
mailbox is
hey,
locked.
I'm thirsty. Like,
Yeah.
I was stealing mail and
Yeah,
shit. Like,
1:32 o'clock. You know, fucking mail's coming. Y'all stop smoking. We got to go find some credit cards. But talk about how that was for walking away. And did you talk to any of them and let them know, hey, I can't do this anymore? Or did you just cold turkey from them?
I eventually did that. So it was really hard for me at first because I had like an undying loyalty, you know, to these people because I've known them for so long. And they were all I really knew what friends were. I guess I didn't even know what a real friend was. You know what I mean? And once I like started to get more self-confidence, I think, and started to see these people in the program that really cared about my well-being. And I noticed that I had a problem and also a sponsor that would call me out on my shit because they fucking care, not because they're being dicks, because if you're going to be in this program, take it seriously. You know what I mean? I was able to just let them know, hey, you know, I'll always love you, but I have a different path in life right now. I've really got to focus on getting sober, and, you know, you guys drink a lot and you guys party a lot, and I can't be around that right now. And that's how I ended it. And I feel like that was honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wasn't being a bitch about it. And they knew I was struggling. So they were kind of like, go for it. Because I'd already tripped out at that Viking festival. They were like,
right.
you know, bye. And
You
know what I mean?
You probably need this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. Like they're all, you know.
Right. When your
doing their
drug
thing,
dealer's
and
sending you
I'm
to
the worst one, right?
Yeah, when your drug dealer's recommending rehab to
That.
you, yeah, it's like, fuck, maybe
Literally
I got a problem.
that. Mike. I'm not going to lie to you. That happened to me. So,
I didn't know that, but I just threw that out there.
yeah. So anyways,
Hey, you might have a problem. I'm not selling you this shit. Matter of fact, here's a number. Call it because you need fucking help.
literally, that is literally what happened to me. So, yeah. So it was an easy break from that. And then I just started surrounding myself from people in the program because it was just like, oh, you want to hang out with people that you want to be like one day. You don't want to hang out with people that are stagnant. Or spiritually dead. You know what I mean?
But also, it's like important lessons to learn how to have fun
Being sober.
Like
that was the hardest lesson ever.
Yeah. So, a couple more things that I want to ask you, but talk about that because I think that's an important thing to share because so many, like I think I try to put myself into that. I drink right now, like I'm, I don't struggle the same way that y'all do or did.
Normie.
Fucking normie. But I even struggle with that right now.
Yeah.
Like just thinking about it as a normal guy. Like if I give up drinking, like
what do I do for fun?
Yeah, what do I do for fun? Even on my like little stupid normal basis. But being surrounded by this program and a lot of people in it, I've been able to see that it's more than possible to do. Like Absolutely. It's very easy. In fact, it's easy to do. Like
after a while.
Yeah, after a minute. Well, after a while for y'all, right? So tell me about that. Like how did you figure that part out? How did you solve that Rubik's Cube? Because the other thing, and you can probably tie these two together, but fucking booze is everywhere.
That part. And that had to be my DOC.
Yeah, dude. Like it's fucking everywhere. Yeah. Like there's no dark corner with a fucking dude in a hoodie that you have to go buy a beer from.
Yeah, seriously.
Right? You just go to the first corner that you fucking find and buy it. Yes. So kind of in any order that you want, but for you, and your 2 years is great, and I'm really proud of you, but that's still pretty new.
Oh, I call myself baby in sobriety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've learned some great things, but I've got my whole life ahead of me.
Right.
Right now it's just one day at a time. But,
yeah. And it always will be, I get,
It's definitely, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
That was one of the hardest things for me was to try to find fun in things, I guess, because you get that dopamine rush when you drink.
Yeah.
And I really think that, like that's a real thing. You know what I mean? The dopamine and serotonin. I think I stayed away from a lot of those things that I would do initially when I would want to drink, like go to the river. Like I loved going to the river and buying a, 24 pack of Michelob and a pack of cigarettes and sitting in the water and not moving all day. You know what I mean? So I didn't go to the lake very much. I really just try to focus on my recovery for the first couple months until I was strong enough to go out and not be tempted because you're learning, you know what I mean? And you're trying to learn better habits. And once you get, more comfortable in being in those places and you have confidence that you can do those sober and you want to try it sober. Not that you can do them sober, that you can try it sober, right? I actually went to the river with him and Glen Rose, and it was my first time at the river since I had gotten sober, and that was like a super big trigger for me. You know what I mean? And I went, and I'm so grateful that my husband's in recovery because that makes it a lot easier. But I was not tempted to drink, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" So now what do I do? Like, what do I do for fun in this moment? You know what? You lay down and you close your eyes and you be thankful to God that you're here and you just relax. Relax like you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Instead of
all the
pumping
other times.
your fucking body with junk and being sick the next day. You're actually there for a real vacation. Welcome to the good life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how I felt. I was like, holy shit, this is what vacation's like clean. And I think I fucking like this.
Yeah.
And so we go on vacations all the time now. And I dig it because we have a good time, and I could never have done that before. But I guess it's just I call it a mind opening. Once you're woke, there's no going back. You know what I mean? And I think it just comes with time and, time, I guess.
And So you're on a river and you're floating it and you have this moment where you're like thankful, but you're basically floating in a river full of people that are
Pissing.
probably hammered. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so,
Peeing beer right down the lane.
yeah, dude, just like you're floating in a river of piss. Number one, gross. Like, I don't want to do that. All right? Like, that's fucking gross. Everybody just peeing. There's no fucking porta potty.
Nobody's
on the
gotten
river.
out of the river in fucking 8 hours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now talk about how you were, you walked into a 7-Eleven to grab a fucking energy drink, or and you had to walk by the fucking booze aisle or the Four Locos or the
Four Locos.
yeah, dude,
Yeah.
like it's some Locos.
Yeah, that was my psycho ass for sure. Definitely drank Slipknot and Four Locos, dude, all the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, how is that hard for you, or was it hard for you?
For sure. Yeah. Because like I said, that particular place that we went to used to be a spot that I'd like to go because I wasn't from there, so I'd go get fucked up, and I had the same gas station. There's only one. You know what I mean? So going back in there and walking past the booze and the Four Locos and the Michelob, it's there, okay, and it's right in front of you, and you got to look at it. But then, like, you ask yourself, and inside, am I strong enough to overcome this? And I don't know about you guys, and this is just for me, but I'll tell myself, quit being a little bitch and keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not here to give up. So,
Well, it's even deeper than what you just said, though, because not only is it there and but nobody's going to tell you no at the cash register.
right.
They're not going to be like, oh, no, you're in recovery. We're not.
There's not
going to
be any judgment either.
There's
Yeah.
no judgment.
Like,
there's no nothing.
If I go buy meth in front of people, there's like, what the fuck? But if you
Yeah.
go buy a beer,
right.
As soon as it comes, though, that thought, I had a sponsor tell me, let it go.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of trying to like ponder on it, because that's the worst place you want to be is in your head.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in my head when I'm in the fucking gas station around some liquor. Hell no. Nope. I just let that shit go and I just keep on moving. And you know what? Something I'm working on with myself, because I am early in sobriety, is I move a lot. I don't think I don't rest enough, because like now that I'm sober, I feel like I have all this shit to make up for, right? And I'm working on that right now. That's something that I'm working on. But yeah.
Work harder on that.
Yeah, definitely trying.
Because you deserve it. You
Yeah.
deserve to fucking lay your head down and rest now.
Yeah.
Right? You're doing good, and for what it's worth, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
And like I said, your husband's a buddy of ours, has been for a little while now. And I know that alcoholics are always fascinating to me in here because of what I just brought up to you. That always like trips me out.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like you go to Chuck E. Cheese, you go to the fucking Lakeline Mall, you go to the 7-Eleven, you go wherever. Like there's a beer tap or a beer every fucking where.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and I always like envision myself if I had, like, I would just stay away from the booze aisles, like go out of my way in a grocery store to stay away from it.
That's
but,
okay.
But I'm just picturing it in my head.
Yeah.
But like, I hear so many of you guys talk about it, you're like, fucking.
Well, I think working the steps, and when you get to a certain amount of sobriety time, you know what I mean? I feel like when you truly have that spiritual awakening, that want goes, you know what I mean? Like there's always going to be an option for you, because we're always going to be alcoholics or addicts. But having that spiritual awakening and having a higher power that you can rely on when shit gets tough. Like if I feel like I'm really in a corner and people are getting thrown around me and I'm not feeling comfortable, one, I'll leave, but two, I'll pray. You know what I mean? I can pray whenever I want, wherever, whenever I want, how much I want. And I'm grateful for that, and just being able to surrender that to my higher power and move on. That works for me. So that's pretty much how I get through it. I mean, just keep moving.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, like I just mentioned, Evan's our friend. We're very protective over our Evan.
Yeah.
So I'm going to quiz you on Evan right now.
Okay.
All right. And Mike, feel free to pepper in some fucking questions. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
The first question: what's Evan's favorite movie?
His favorite
Well, we
movie.
should start with that.
Can't look at him.
Okay.
Don't look at him. Right here, right there.
His favorite movie. Well, I can't actually tell you his exact favorite movie. I just know he likes to watch movies that most people are like end of world dying. And so, and he likes to put them on at 10 o'clock at night right before bed.
Yeah.
And I have extreme anxiety before sleep. But
That's why you can't rest. It's not because you feel bad about
fucking
anything.
Evan.
It's fucking Evan.
yeah, it's
He's
like,
turning on murder and shit.
yeah, like the world is ending 2028.
World
Be
War
ready.
Z.
Oh, all the time. Just
Yeah.
like that Predator versus Alien or someone stuck on a light tower. I don't know what movie that was.
That's
but
called Tower.
holy shit.
Yeah.
I was not okay. I couldn't sleep for 2 hours after that. I was sitting there like,
that movie's insane if you've never watched it. That's a fucking good movie.
yeah, it was a good movie, but it was like,
Yeah. Anxiety ridden.
yes.
Yeah.
I was like, why are we watching this right before bed? But he loves it, so I'll watch it.
Yeah. All right. Favorite color of Evan's?
Favorite color, I would have to say blue.
You did that like I just would like to keep sleeping next to you. So okay. Yeah, you're like, well, whatever. All right. So I don't believe his favorite color is blue. Like after his response,
Yeah.
I'm
Blue
trying
or
to.
red.
Okay. All right.
What was a sport that he was really good at?
Soccer.
There you go. So he says, I don't.
Yeah, definitely soccer.
All right.
For sure.
Last one. Okay. What's his favorite song?
I know when we first met, it was that he dedicated this one song to me. He played all the time.
Okay.
You
What
don't
was it
remember
called?
it? You don't remember it?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm on the spot right now. So
Yeah, this is on purpose.
Oh, wonderful.
I want. Yeah.
It was.
We can call this
I
on
can't.
tap.
Yeah.
You
I
give
can't
up.
remember it right now, babe. What was it?
No,
Okay.
I want to know what it is.
Well, there's that.
Well, there you go. You could have fucking just said any song and he'd be like, yeah,
God.
that's it.
Yeah, it was a super popular song, but he's into country though. He actually got me into country music, which was pretty cool because I'm a metalhead. So.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I was going to ask you at the end because you'll love him because he fucking who's your top three
crazy
metal bands or your top three bands?
Hatebreed, Sepultura, and let's see, Soulfly.
Okay, Sepultura and Soulfly are a little bit of the same.
Yeah,
Two of the same dudes.
Okay, so then
Yeah, give me
I would
another
say
one.
Soulfly first, Hatebreed, and Parkway Drive.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, you're really into the metal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me and my
She
dad's
sends me
thing.
some songs and like I'm like that is way too fucking hard for me.
Dude.
Like some of the shit she sends me is like Hatebreed. I can't
Yeah.
listen to Hatebreed.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Dude, Hatebreed is so good.
Yeah.
My question for you, what's one thing that Evans taught you in recovery?
Oh, Evan, he's taught me so much in recovery. He's the one who got me to switch over to AA because he thought that would work better for me, which was the best thing I've ever done. So many things. I know one thing he said in particular to me one time, though, was about resentment. And he's like, if you saw someone that you resented, or if you saw someone you knew down the aisle at Walmart, and if you see them and you feel anything but, oh, hey, what's up? Or like if you feel any ill intentions, like, oh, you don't want to see that person or you get nervous, you probably have a resentment. You know what I mean? And it was so true for that particular person that I was thinking about. I thought about it and I was like, if I saw that person in the aisle, would I be good? And I was like, fuck no, I wouldn't. It's because I have some work to do. You know what I mean? And so that was one thing that he said to me that stuck. And there's so much more. I got with him when I was 3 months sober. So he was about a year, sober. So I learned a lot from him.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty young in recovery.
Yeah.
So luckily we've been able to grow together though. And our foundation, of our relationships on God and then our recovery. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's, I think, the most beautiful part and why it works because we're best friends. Like, that is my best friend. I would do anything for him. So
Yeah, that was a proper answer there, right? That was a proper answer from her. Right? So what we're going to do is, I know we've been talking to Evan about coming on here since pretty much the inception of this fucking thing, right? And he doesn't want to.
Right.
For his own personal reasons, and that's fine. He knows he's got an open door here anytime he wants to come. But what I'm going to do right now, because I put you on the spot,
Okay.
we're going to put Evan on the spot.
Okay.
And we're also going to do it here on camera. I'm just going to ask you the same questions that I asked her, but since I did it with her, and this is how we're going to end the podcast, my friend. Get over here, bro.
Come on.
Get it.
Sit right beside your honey.
Yeah, I'm right here, dude. Like, so, yeah.
Hey, one thing I want to ask too. The last one.
Yes.
How is motherhood being sober?
Yes. This is a great question.
Because I know that I know you personally, and I know how good of a mother that you are. How is motherhood being sober, and how much more joyful is it being a mother sober than what it was?
It's beautiful. I every day I'm grateful that God made me a mother, you know. I love watching them grow up, and I love being a good mom to them, for them to be able to see like what a true parent should be like, you know. And I'm grateful for the second opportunity that God gave me to be able to love them and to, you know, give them the life they deserve.
Yeah.
Kids don't fucking ask to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm just grateful for the second chance, and I'm not going to take that lightly. And now that I'm, you know, further on into my recovery, my kids know what it's like to have a mom that's in recovery now. And I just wanted to get better from here.
Yeah.
I want them to have everything I ever had and more. And I am grateful that, for one, they always know that they have a place to go to when it comes to like God, church. And then if anything, God forbid, ever happens in the future and they need AA, they know that they have somewhere safe to go to for recovery.
The resources there. That's
That's
very
great.
well said. Very well said. All right, Stegman.
All right, Evan, pull it over.
Pull that microphone on over, buddy. All right. What's her favorite movie?
Oh, I couldn't name the movie, but it's the vampire
You guys even know each other? What the fuck is going on? Like
Queen of the Damned.
Queen of the fucking Damned.
Queen of the Damned. Okay, so you knew the movie, you just didn't know the name of it.
It was terrible. She made me watch it, and I just had to sit there quietly and nod my head.
So
It was so bad.
Dude, Jonathan Davis sings through that whole...
yes, he does.
He looks like a tranny.
Yeah.
That wasn't Jonathan Davis. That was
Whatever.
Stuart Townsend.
By the way, we love those. We love you people. So don't
Oh, I
take
love
that.
Korn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corn's
Bad,
dope,
bro.
too.
Yeah, that's my shit. Disturbed is in it. Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Static X.
Yeah, but did you
Those
like
are
it
all
for the
great
movie
bands.
or the music?
Oh, dude, I was a weirdo for that vampire for sure.
Yeah.
I had a little,
Yeah. All right. Cool. Know what you're dressing up for, like Halloween next
Already
year?
did.
All right. You're like, it wasn't even Halloween. It was just a Tuesday night.
Yesterday, bro.
All right. And what is her favorite song?
Favorite song? It would be one of those metal songs that she will only listen to on headphones because she cares about me.
Okay.
I can't
cool.
stand that Hatebreed stuff, man. I can't deal with
He
it.
was just working out to it the other day. Don't let him bullshit.
Only when I'm
you.
pissed off and I want to like.
Exactly,
I
dude.
can't have that kind of energy because I'm in recovery now.
So is she.
Yeah, but she
fucking-
handles it better.
Yeah. And favorite color?
Hers would be green.
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 All right.
That's Destiny's favorite color too.
Is he right? Kind of on all accounts?
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
sounded like Evan knew a little bit more.
Yeah, I sound like my buddy is kind of killing it right
Yeah,
now.
he's pretty
And
competitive.
What's the one thing she's taught you in recovery? I know there's a lot, but what's the one thing that sticks out the most?
How to feel safe. For sure.
Can you elaborate?
Man, I mean, just being able to be completely transparent with any emotion, challenges, or any insecurities. She's allowed me to feel safe. I mean, that's my ultimate need in life, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been beautiful.
That's awesome. How long have you guys been married?
Shit. What, just about a year and a half?
Yeah, I was about to
No,
say.
we've been married for about 6 months.
Same thing.
Well,
Yeah. We've been together for about almost 2 years.
a year and a half? No, it's been 6 months. Fuck, I don't know.
Since May.
Do y'all know the
I got
date?
the important
May
color.
18th.
You know.
Evan, do you know the date?
important one. What was that? No.
What? No.
Definitely
May
not.
18th.
May 18th. There you
Listen,
go.
I'll just show up.
I'll always remind him. I don't care about stuff like that. So.
Mine either.
yeah.
I had a guess 7 times the other day before I got it. I knew the month, but I didn't know the day. So I was like 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and I finally got it.
Well, in my defense, I had just had to have spinal injections right before we went to go get married. So I was not handling
Yeah.
the pain very well.
Yeah, that's right.
Pulled it off.
Yeah, he did it. We still haven't had our wedding yet, so we're gonna have that in the future. But
Cool. Can we do a podcast from there?
shit, yeah.
Live.
Live
Two addicts and a
podcast at your wedding? That would be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can definitely,
My dad.
I can see y'all having the tattoo person. You know how they have the tattoo
Talked
people?
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
We've got one for you.
Yeah, we
Travis
definitely have
Sleeper.
one. Travis Sleeper does those.
We had him on the
He go-
podcast, and he actually he's done like a handful of them.
Evan's actually the one that referred Travis. Didn't you tell me about
Yeah, I'd
Travis?
seen his work, and I was like,
He's
no,
the
if
one
you're
that referred
looking for
Travis to me
somebody-
for
There it is.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty good.
And I don't even know the guy.
Yeah.
I just seen his work and knew that he was in recovery in Austin. I was like, man, if you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
support our people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Well,
I go to Marble Falls for mine. Matt Cesario or whatever.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
He did my surrender tattoo. I had to get it tattooed on my arm so I fucking remember.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Well, thank you for coming on.
Move that back in the middle of y'all. There
Yeah.
you go. There you go. Perfect.
And thank you for getting on here.
Yeah. I didn't think he was gonna come.
I called out. This was a setup.
Yeah,
I
this
think it
was a
was.
setup. But I took it easy on you. We didn't sit here pepper you with a bunch of shit. Like, I just wanted to do the fun thing.
We should
totally
have-
put her on the spot.
We should have like 4 people from our rehab come on. Would
We
you come on
absolutely
for
should.
that?
I would. I would come on for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Like four
would do that.
of the guys from rehab come on.
Dude, that'd be
We have
great.
plenty of we have 3 microphones underneath there.
Hell yeah.
That'd be fun. just fucking chop up stories.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Well, look, Evan knows this, but now we're extending it to you. But the doors are always open to you.
Mm-hmm.
Come on anytime. Even if you just want to hang out on the couch or whatever, it's fine. And if you need us for anything, I mean, you already know that. But look at you and tell you the same thing. If you ever need anything or need us to show up for anything that you're doing, happy to do it.
I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
No, thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
And so I think we got another one in the bag. Do we have anything to like announce or talk about or?
I want to tell my sister. I want to give a shout out to Janine.
Yeah.
Janine, we're praying for you. We love you. You're in our thoughts. You're in our prayers. Keep fighting. Keep doing what you're doing. And we will see you for Christmas. So
Yeah, dude.
my sister's battling cancer. And she's been beating its ass for a long time. She's just like her 4th bout. And, we love you. So that's all I want to say.
Cool. Well, I think we got another one in the books here, guys. Mm-hmm. What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's,
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm down.
All right. 2 eggs and a moron. We're out of here.